Hey guys, it's June 8th, 2020. The price of Bitcoin is 9,400. Hey, this is Uber Jeff, rolling with it. You know what? Uber Jeff with the pandemic has been hit big time, yo, right? So Uber Jeff is basically not Uber Jeffing anymore. So, you know, you have to learn how to pivot in this thing. Is this how you guys are facing it too, right? You come along and here's the pandemic and then suddenly, okay, it's Bitcoin and it's Uber and you're in the money, but now suddenly that rug gets pulled out from underneath of you. So we all have to kind of reinvent ourselves. I like what Alex Mashinsky says about that. It's really moving ourselves forward in the new era here after the pandemic and now the Black Lives Matter thing and the protest, the civil disobedience, and you know, which is, you know, there's a positive and a negative to that. You know, and so we're in very much a disruptive state in the globe, right? So we see disruption everywhere. There's so many things to talk about. I can't wait to hang out with you guys and talk. And it's one of the things I want to share with you is this stuff right here, man. Like Uber Jeff, I'm not going to be fancy like BitBoy. Okay, I don't have a sweet intro. I don't have the things going in and out. There's no links. This is just a dude who has studied cryptocurrency for 3 years now, and just trying to share the love on the people that have helped me grow and help yourself grow, at least get a position or an understanding on what this new asset class is, this cryptocurrency, this stuff, and get you some good solid ground before you decide to take off and start investing some dollars here, if you even want to do that, right? I mean, this is a place where you go to find out all that, right? So anyway, no bells and whistles, but that's okay. I love those guys. That's great. It's just, that's how I'm going to roll. So, it might end up with the algorithm that the only people that see these videos are the subscribers that I have here, right? With 73 subscribers strong. I appreciate and love all you guys. Truly, man, it's pretty awesome. So it gives me a place to kind of kick, rebound these ideas and these learnings that have happened for me along the way with you guys, so that you can grow and prosper your own selves, right? So really, it's who you know. It's who you know in this space, right? So it's so great to be able to go out and have access to such minds as Alex Mashinsky and the Celsius Network, and what they're trying to do as far as, once you buy your Bitcoin, you want to store it somewhere very safe and get as much interest as you possibly can on that. That's DeFi, right? That's DeFi stuff building itself out in the ecostructure, right? So you have to know there's a lot going on here. See how I'm just starting to talk about this flood of stuff, right? So look, if you don't know how to buy Bitcoin yet or anything like that, I'd say slow down a little bit, take it easy. Don't go just running in guns blazing and start buying everything like you're going to want to do at this next bull run that we're in right now, actually. So we're not going to be at 9.3, 9.4 for long, folks, right? So it looks like Christmas time we're probably going to be pushing around 30,000 or so. And I'm saying that at 9.5. I don't know, it could be crazy, but it looks like that's where it's going. It looks like that because there's a lot of smart, really smart, intellectual guys that have been in the space for a long time that can point these kind of things out to you. There's a guy, for example, if you want to learn technical analysis, you want to go to Carl from the Moon, man. Carl from the Moon, this guy is amazing. He really has a great way of breaking down, primarily Bitcoin, Ethereum, in a way that it's just really easy to track and understand and see what price action looks like. So yeah, man, get your learning on. I don't know, kind of running out of things to say here. I just wanted to give you a shout out and let you know I'm still here and still alive and still rolling down the road, but it's going to be in some kind of new format here. Uber Jeff has to up his game, man. So probably going to be something along the lines of video production. I do a lot of video. I shoot video for local TV stations as a freelance guy. And I'm working on a documentary too, man. I'm not giving up the documentary. I interviewed Alex Mashinsky, Mark Moss, Jason Appleton, huge players in the space, and Uber Jeff already has them on tape, interviewing them, right? At a conference in Cincinnati, caught up with them in November of 2000. Gosh, what's it been? Almost a year now. 2019. The Chainwise conference in Cincinnati. That was amazing. Shout out to Crypto Crow for putting that on. So look, there's so much going on. You know, I liken this platform of Bitcoin to the platform of electricity back in the day when it first really came into the world as a technology. And if you had me as an Uber driver, you heard me drone on about this. I feel like it's a great analogy, is that, you know, if you think about, if you have questions about what Bitcoin is, right? It's not tangible. I can't hold it. Everybody tells me if I can't hold it, it's not money. You know, oh, I want to snap that dollar bill. That's what money is. And I get that because we've always had a physical representation of what money has been ever since the beginning of like mankind. So it's a normalcy bias to want to have that physicality with your currency, right? But I feel like there's some smart guys that have proven that you can let the math do the work for you, so that you don't double spend it, and that you know that 2 + 2 is 4 and 2 + 2 is never going to be 5, right? Because it's math, and that's how it is, and that's how Bitcoin is. It's just the math of it. And so you're never going to be able to make you know, more than 21 million, and you know, the whole argument with Bitcoin, with limited supply, and that it's just a matter of the math and the calculation that is so precise that they basically solve the double spend problem, or the Byzantine general problem. You should look that up, Google that. So the trust, they've taken the trust out of it. And so now you can send and receive money on the Bitcoin network trustless, right? So that's kind of where money is today. It's not a physical representation no longer. It's a more accurate, programmable proof, or trust, or code that demonstrates all those abilities or attributes. So that's what Bitcoin is, and that's kind of like light on, you know, when they were demonstrating to the people holding kerosene lanterns at the turn of the century, they were demonstrating what electricity was. They had a wall, they had a switch, and they had a light bulb. The guy flips the switch, the light bulb comes on. The people holding kerosene, oh, they couldn't believe it, right? They didn't understand it, because you couldn't have light really without kerosene. That was the social norm, the bias of that time period, right? Kerosene was all the rage of that time period. So now this electricity comes along. It's a very disruptive, right? Technology that people didn't understand. After the demonstration, people would go behind the wall to look where you could pour the kerosene in. Where they had no clue what was going on with electricity, the platform. Had they had an opportunity to throw in a couple pennies or a couple dollars on an app on their phone, okay, and invest it in electricity, they would own, like, you know, half of the, you know, the town you live in now, right? If they held on to that wealth and let that ride. That's what Bitcoin is. That's where you are. You're holding a kerosene lantern with this, gotta be money, gotta feel it, right? If that perspective right there, that's kerosene, baby, and you're gonna burn up. So you need to start thinking about moving yourself into a digital expression of money. Man, I get fired up talking about this stuff, because it's real, and it's gonna impact your life forever. And not only your life, but your kids' lives and their kids' lives. This is generational wealth transfer that we're talking about here, folks, right? Generational. You know what that means, right? Generational. So look, this is one of my favorite spots around here. I'm gonna switch the view for you. Look, check this out. Oh, I can't do it. I gotta turn it this way. This is a great view, right? On top of the hill, overlooking all of Dayton, Ohio. That's Dayton, Ohio, way off there, and them yon there hills there, folks, right? And it got a little suburb community here in Ohio, right? I'm from the burbs. Former teacher, retired teacher, educator, sharing the love of what Bitcoin and, you know, blockchain and maybe Ethereum. I want to throw Ethereum in there, but that's another discussion. I don't know. This is wealth transfer, folks. I'm passionate about it. I'm not sure if I am doing a good job of clarifying my ideas, but they become more clear as I go and I continue to hash this out. So this is just as good for you listening to this and taking maybe some steps toward figuring out what you want to do here, whether you want to go deep dive and learn, or whether you just want to walk away like everybody else. Then that's up to you. It might be where you are right now. Let me just say to you that I feel like it's worth it for your family's sake to learn what Bitcoin really is. It's not for porno or for drug addicts or whatever that the banks are giving you. You could drink that Kool-Aid if you want, and many do, but or you could take the red pill and you could travel down the rabbit hole of what Bitcoin is. And I would start with Andreas Antonopoulos. You'll want to know that name, Andreas Antonopoulos, right? So just go watch him and figure out what's going on with Bitcoin in a fundamental sense, like the whole thing. What is it, and who is it fighting against, and why should you be fighting, and all that. So and if you get past that and you understand what that is, then a really good place to go is Alex Mashinsky. Just research anything Alex Mashinsky says, and that'll teach you about what banks are doing and what finance looks like in the future with Bitcoin and interest income. And so look, there's so much. Don't let me run you off with all this, but just know that this is worth studying and worth getting into. And I'm a teacher, and I'm gonna give you a quiz because that's how I do it. So your quiz is watch Alex Mashinsky and figure out what's going on with some finance. Watch Andreas Antonopoulos, right? Figure out what's going on fundamentally, the argument with what is Bitcoin, and get your learning on. You can stop back, check back with me, but listen, BitBoy is another great guy. Mark Moss, Market Disruptors. I could go on forever. Ready Set Crypto. Those guys are amazing. Great content. Get your learning on. It's the information age. You can Google anything, player. You can spend time flipping through Facebook, at a time period when the whole monetary system of the world is possibly going to shift, and you can now, because you have a phone, you can buy and sell it. You can actually get a piece of that pie. Do you understand how monumental that is for not just you, but your family, dude? Your future. This is what we're talking about here. So I don't know if anybody's ever going to see this, but I feel better, so I appreciate you guys for listening, for sure. I really do. And I hope you get your learning on, and any questions, hit me up. That'd be cool. Somebody respond. That'd be awesome. All right. Uber Jeff, not Uber Jeff for much longer. I think I'm going to go just Stringer Jeff now, start shooting video and start getting this project that I'm working on, done, Daggone footage, get it done. It's supposed to be getting edited, and it's taking forever. So listen, if you're in the Dayton, Ohio area, let me just throw this out there. If you live in Dayton, Ohio, you're interested in video production, you got any kind of skill set at all, or if you guys just want to meet up somewhere in Dayton, somebody suggest something down the bottom, let's get this thing going. It'd be really cool. I could start videotaping that, and we can kind of go from there. Maybe that'll be a part of the doc too. I'm thinking maybe my documentary is going to be just me running around with a camera, talk about shooting a doc, and then that ends up being a doc. I don't know, but something needs to be done. I'm a video guy. That's how Uber Jeff rolls. Now it's Stringer Jeff, and we'll make this thing happen, right? Stringer Jeff, the guy that shoots video, right? The guys that show up on the screen. I love showing up on scenes. Like, last night there was unfortunately, I hope somebody's okay, but there was a stabbing in the town right down the road here in Miamisburg, and I was the first one to show up, right? And so I'm getting all the great footage, and it's so awesome. And then here comes channel whatever, and then channel whatever. And when those guys see me, they think I'm such a disruptor. They think get that Stringer guy out of here. He's not a pro. But what happens is I know how to do that. I can shoot the same shots they are with my phone. Look at this, with the phone right here, right? And then just upload it instantly. And then their competition buys my footage, and then they stand out there and they just hate me. And I love that, because I'm disrupting an old, tired system, right? That is in need of disruption. TV news and all that, those guys need disrupted big time. And I'm glad to give it to them, because it helps me learn my skill set. And now that technology is advanced to the stage where I can come out there with my phone and I can shoot the same footage they do, and then get paid for it, that's pretty awesome, man. So you got to get your side hustle on. Sometimes your side hustle becomes your main hustle, for a while, until your Bitcoin blows up. Hit me back, yo. Later.